I was reading this book by Darren Hardy called The Compound Effect. And in that, he gave this example of the mind. He was describing what the mind is. He just said, I want you to imagine one cup, and this cup is your mind. And I want you to imagine there's two faucets. Now, one faucet you put your cup up under, and all it gives you is gunk, nasty green water that's disgusting. Now, the gunky water represents negativity, drama, toxicity, chaos, and you're putting this all in your cup, which is your mind. Now imagine when you want to think something, you're thinking thoughts, when you're trying to make plans for something, when you're trying to make your future better, you have this gunky water, that's your mind, and where do thoughts come from? Where do you hear your thoughts from? Up here, your mind. So if you have this gunky water, and your thoughts have to come through this water, what does this mean? You're going to have gunky thoughts. You're going to think that you can't do it. You're going to think that it's too hard. You're going to think that you're a failure. And you're going to think that nothing will work for you. Now, is that you? No, it's a byproduct of what the state of your mind. That's it. The thoughts aren't you. They're a byproduct of the state of your mind. A byproduct of what you have filled up your cup. And if it's nasty, polluted water, you're going to have nasty, polluted thoughts. Now, you might be thinking, what's the problem with having nasty, polluted thoughts? The problem is, what you think controls how you feel, and how you feel controls how you act. If you think that you're a loser, you're going to feel like a loser, and you're going to act like a loser. If you think you're a winner, you're going to feel like a winner, and then you're going to act like a winner. That's why thoughts are so powerful, because depending on the type of thoughts you have, you will either be successful, or you'll be a failure, or you'll be the person who wants to succeed but just doesn't know how to do it, depending on the thoughts you have, depending on your mind. That's faucet one. Darren also talked about a second faucet, which if you put your cup under your mind, it just has clean water, drinkable, the Aquafina, that's, but like, it's just the most purest water out there. Now, what happens when you have a pure mind? And this represents positivity, optimism, abundance, prosperity, forward thinking. So what happens when you put your mind cup under this clear water? And now where do say thoughts come from? They resonate in your mind. So now every thought has to go through this clear water. So now what happens when you think about the goals you want, the things you want to achieve, the person you want to be? Your thoughts should be, yeah, you can do that. You can achieve whatever you want. Nothing is impossible for you. You can get it. And if you're thinking that, how would that make you feel? If I literally told you every single day, I'm the only person who speaks to you, and I told you every day, you can do whatever you want, bro. You are wonderful. You are a human being. You are an amazing creature. You are powerful. Imagine I was only saying that to you. You would feel great. And then if I said, okay, now you're so awesome. You're this best person. Now I want you to do this impossible challenge for me. Can you do it? You would jump at the chance, because why? You believe that you are strong. You believe you're powerful. I've spoken so many good words into you. You feel this confidence, this thing that seems impossible. Impossible to who? Not you, because you are that person. You are a person who can handle it. And why? Because you have put in the thoughts in your mind that empower you. You have got the mindset, an empowered mindset. And as I was reading that, I was like, shoot, it makes sense. Like, your mind really determines everything. But what kind of cup, what is my cup filled up with? And that's when I felt disgusted with myself, because I realized my cup was full of gunky water. In this case, we're going to say the gunky water is the average mindset. My mind was full. It was an average mindset, because all I did was watch videos on TikTok that just gave me brain rot. I was in group chats that was just drama and people just showing nudes. I'm not gonna lie, I was like, it was a wild group chat. Just random drama, toxicity. I'm around people who are complaining. I'm around average people. Like, I was not getting the good stuff in my mind. And I knew that was affecting me negatively. So I want to change that up. Because I don't want an average mindset. And the average mindset was the reason I was doing average things and not feeling happy with my life. So I wanted to get a mindset that would empower me. I know there's so many people out there who have the spirit of ambition, have the spirit to do more. I've seen so many people, but their average mindset holds them back. So they have this thing, oh, I want to do this more. I want to achieve. The mindset, but you can't. You suck. You're a loser. They feel bad. They don't act. And they don't understand that it's all because of what they are feeding their mind, what they're filling up their cup with. Is it average noise or successful noise? You know, there's a big difference. And so when I realized I had the average mindset, I was like, well, how did I get the successful mindset? How did I change it? How did I get the clean water in my cup? I actually turned to the compound effect because Darren gave us the answer. The author, he said, if you have a gunky cup, if your mind is full of gunk and you want to clear it out, all you gotta do is stop filling your glass with the gunky water. Oh my God, the sunrise, the sky is purple, yo. Oh my God. Anyway, if you want to clear out the water, the gunky water, turn off the gunky faucet, move it under the clear faucet, and just run it. And just keep running it out. It's going to take a while because there's gunk all in that cup. Eventually, the clear water will come to the bottom and push the gunky water out. And now you have the essential mindset, a clean cup, a clean glass of water. So what I'm suggesting to you is, if you're aware you have an average mindset, then you know what's holding you down. You know, your thoughts are holding you, like literally. Because you can achieve whatever you want. But it really is a mindset thing. So when you realize that you have this gunky cup of water, then just cut off the gunk that's getting in there, you know? Get off social media. Stop listening to people who are complaining. If there's someone who makes you feel negative, get away from them. If someone is just spewing negativity and drama and gossiping, get away from them. Listen to things. Be careful what you're listening to. That's why I don't really listen to rap. Because it's all about sex and drugs and money, and like that's not what I need to be filling my mind with. Don't watch the news. Be as ignorant as you can about this world, because ignorance is pretty much bliss. I mean, I don't know much of anything that's happening. I'll learn from friends, which is most important, but I don't really know much. So that's how you stop getting gunk in it. But you have to get the gunk out of your mind as well. You have to replace it. And that's where the clear water comes in. So what could this represent? Talk to people who are positive. Listen to optimistic people. Content like this is clearing out the gunk in your glass, your metaphoric glass. Finding videos like this of people who are authentic and just trying to help you succeed and speak their truth that can help you advance in your life. Read books. Books is a really good way to get the gunk out, because if you're reading, you're not listening to terrible things. You're not scrolling on social media. You're reading a book that's meant to expand your knowledge. I'm listening to seminars. I love listening to seminars by Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar, Les Brown, the greats. Watch podcasts. You know, there's so many things you can do. Listen to motivational tracks. There's so many things. Listen to those reprogramming videos that's like 12 hours long. There's just so many ways to reprogram your mind for success, to get the gunk out of your water, out of your cup, so that you can have the right thoughts that will give you the right feelings of empowerment that will allow you to act on the goals you want to achieve. That does this mean you have to be perfect? You can never get gunk in your water? No, I'm not perfect. Sometimes I listen to rap, not all the time. Like, I've definitely cut down how much gunk is getting in my cup. But there are some things where I'll get some drops in. All that matters is that my cup has 80% clear water, and if it has 20% of gunky water, that's fine. I just want 80%. So you ain't gotta be like perfect about this, but just be very careful about what's getting in your mind. Now, if you got this far at the end of the video and you're pumped up, like this kind of makes sense to you, and you're like, okay, I want to keep going, I want to keep learning, I want to keep growing, but you don't know where to start, don't worry. I've got a starter kit to help you get your life together. It's the first link in my description, pretty much the only link in my description. Get that if you want it. You don't need it, but if you want it, you want that help, it's there for you. Ultimately, you know what to do. Your challenge is to stop getting gunk in your mind. Whatever you're listening to, ask yourself, is this empowering or is this making me weaker? And if it's empowering, keep with it. If it's making you weaker, get away. I'll see you for the next video.